Have you visited the Elmhurst Public Library lately? The Kids Library is a wonderful place. When not being used for library programs and classes, Elmhurst Public Library cardholders can reserve the meeting rooms. The second floor is where you can find the adult and teen collections. An enclosed area, devoted to high school students, provides space to create, play, share, and study together. Use our computers, or bring your own, to our work-friendly business center. Technology classes for all expertise levels are taught in the computer lab. High-quality audio and visual equipment in the Creative Studio gives you the opportunity to create, record, make, and invent. You can produce real items with the 3D printer and poster printer. Study rooms provide space for studying on your own or working with others. The larger gathering room is available to reserve by Elmhurst Public Library cardholders. Our convenient book drop and drive-up window make picking up and returning library materials a breeze. Don't forget, Elmhurst Public Library is always open online at elmhurstpubliclibrary.org.
Welcome to Elmhurst, our kind of town. I'm Ken Bartels from the Community Bank of Elmhurst, along with my partner John Quigley from the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We're here on Spring Road for the 21st St. Patrick's Day Parade. And John, in Elmhurst, St. Patrick's Day is such a big deal, we celebrate it for like 3 weekends.
Yeah, but our parade kicks it all off, Ken. Chicago, okay, that's not too bad. Everybody else celebrating. But Elmhurst is where it all starts. It all starts on Spring Road. We've got the governor just walked by us. He's going to be walking our parade. The mayor is the grand marshal of the parade, Steve Morley. We've got all kinds of Shriners floats, live bands, dancing troops. We should have some mascots out there. But just in case, Ken, there were no Cub mascots able to show up today, I'll be happy to represent the Cubs for their world championship. You're on Spring Road for the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
On Elmhurst, our kind of town. It's the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Elmhurst. John Quigley, Ken Bartels bringing you it on Elmhurst, our kind of town, and we're starting right off here on Spring Road with the Elmhurst American Legion Post Color Guard as our initial float, our initial group in the parade.
And Ken, the parade is officially legal to have a drink after the parade.
Oh,
not as it's 21.
That's good to know. Large contingent on hand, early March Saturday, but sunshine is out. Crowds about 8 to 10 deep, almost the entire length of the parade now.
And I actually think the police have stopped to make an arrest.
Well, we know they stopped. I'm not entirely sure why they stopped, but they're moving again, so that's a good thing.
And Ken, we have a little more police than normal at this parade because the governor's here again.
Well, that'd be true, John. The governor will be showing up here pretty quick. Here's the classic Elmhurst Fire Department wagon. I think some folks hopped on along the way there.
Just a little bit of difference between how they used to fight fires
and the way they do now here, yeah.
And the vehicles they do now.
Absolutely. These are impressive machines.
They also tend to be a tad more expensive.
Well, it's all relative, I suspect, but I don't know how old that first one is, but
that's 1930s.
1930s. Well, relatively speaking, it would still have been expensive back in the 1930s.
And of course, just recently, Ken, we got to see our fire department and Patrick Sheehan and Julie, his wife, just some of the kids. But we just got to see our fire department in great action in conjunction with several other fire departments in a fire on North York Street, just north of North Avenue, that made all of the news stations for several days.
It did indeed. The VIP occasions fire, we had, I think, 3 or 4 helicopters in the air for most of the afternoon that day, as I recall, covering really a pretty impressive fire, and so unfortunate for those owners.
Yep, and they've gotten plenty of help to keep their business going and make sure those brides get the dresses they had been promised. Turns out, Ken, that building was so old, it had a tin roof, so when the fire department was pouring water on top of the roof, it wasn't getting through to the fire, so they were blowing water through doors and windows as best they could to try and control that fire.
Here's another impressive piece of fire apparatus, and there's even a rather large Dalmatian on this one. That's the biggest Dalmatian I think I've ever seen.
The old hook and ladder truck.
These are just amazing. These are just amazing machines. No question about it.
And Ken, we've got one of the more popular programs that the city started last year and is expanding this year in terms of the hours served. The Explore Elmhurst Trolley Program, and the trolley's coming by us right now. Ridership of about 12,500 last year, hitting York and Villette, Spring Road, and Elmhurst City Center, tying those all together, and they'll do so again on Fridays and Saturdays from June through September.
All the way through the third Craft Beer Fest from the Elmhurst Heritage Foundation and the Rotary Club of Elmhurst on September 16. So that'll be a good time, and that's I believe the last Saturday of the trolley. We have the Elmhurst city officials walking up,
who were originally going to be riding in the trolley, but they all opted to walk. They thought that was a better idea, so they're all out here, incoming. Some of the aldermen tossing candy at us.
Yeah,
Why, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Oh, sweet tarts.
pelted with candy.
You know how I like to eat those.
Yep.
So the aldermen trying to buy votes.
Yeah, Alderman Sabatino is raining candy on the announcers here. It's okay. We'll do our best to clean up the streets afterwards. As I said, the aldermen continue to go move up. There's
Ken, getting an early update on parade crowd. I've been told largest crowd in at least a decade. Swamped in the blocks south of Villette, as well as you can already see how tight the crowd is here.
Well, as I said, the crowd shots here that we're getting with the camera on top of our command truck is showing significance. There's the governor. He's coming up the east side of Spring Road, walking up there. Getting several photographs.
And he's actually, I think he's planning to jump in with us right now, Ken.
No, I don't think he's coming over.
No, I think he is.
Oh, I think he is too.
There we go.
I think he is too. Oh, Governor. Yeah, sure. Yep. Terrific. Yeah, great.
And try not to trip over all the sweet tarts that got tossed our way.
Oh.
All right.
So.
What a great day for a parade.
A beautiful
This
day.
is one of the greatest parades in America. I love this parade. All the families out, all the neighbors and the friends. Today we celebrate our families and our communities, our neighborhoods, our heritage. Today we're all Irish.
Yep.
Today we celebrate what's great about America. This is a wonderful
one of the
day.
largest crowds we've ever had.
Well, it's a great crowd, great, beautiful weather, and a wonderful day to celebrate.
Well, what can we do to help you?
Well, you know what? What we need to do is grow more jobs in Illinois. We need to bring our property taxes down because they're too darn high. And we need to fund our schools properly, more money for all our schools. That's what we're working to do.
Governor, I was down in Springfield last month, and we got an update on all the technological advances the state has made, putting together 79 different departments and offices, getting them all on updated technology and the millions of dollars that's going to save our residents.
Yeah, we're actually saving hundreds of millions of dollars by modernizing our computer systems and making the government more efficient and effective and consolidating operations and costs so we can get more value for taxpayers and then save that money and put it into our schools, into our human services, where it ought to go.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you. We don't want to pull you too far away from the parade.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy today. It's a great day for a parade.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Governor.
Good to be with you.
Governor Bruce Rauner becoming a regular at our parade, we're happy to say, and a frequent visitor to the Elmhurst area. And there's Congressman Quigley, my namesake. People don't confuse us because I'm so much taller than Mike is. And actually, since there's a quick slow spot, Congressman Quigley is going to jump in real quick and say hi to us as well.
It's great to be here.
Congressman, good to see you.
Nice to have you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you. First, you got to tell people the arm hockey injury.
Hockey injury. I get lectured occasionally by my wife. When are you going to stop? It's either an orthopedic surgeon or a cardiovascular surgeon. It's probably better to be running around, staying fit, I guess.
Absolutely.
And then you've been working hard on a federal infrastructure bill that could end up helping Elmhurst get a brand new train station downtown.
We're hoping we get a big infrastructure bill. We're hoping that we get earmarks. I'm a ranking member on the Appropriations Committee. I'm in the right spot to help at a tough time, but I think we can still get it done.
Terrific.
Absolutely.
Love your Blackhawks hat.
Yep, go
I'll be
Hawks
at the
tonight.
Wild Minnesota game next Sunday, so
Have fun.
showdown.
Yep, we'll see you in the finals.
All right.
Terrific.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
bet.
Mike.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping by. Congressman Quigley, while the bulk of his district is in Cook County, he does represent Elmhurst, Oak Brook, and Hinsdale in DuPage, and he's been a regular out here, Ken. The mayor and I had lunch with him at the Silverado Grill just down the street from here just about 3 weeks ago to discuss that downtown train project. It could cost millions of dollars, but in a federal infrastructure bill or in transportation bill, Metro could be able to get funding to help contribute to that project, and then Elmhurst would do some matching dollars.
Yeah, he's had a very impressive run as a representative here in Elmhurst.
And my alma mater, Elmhurst College. School we love, Elmhurst, live for a God shed his grace on thee.
There's President Troy Van Aken over on the other side, across from us. He was on camera just a minute ago. Strong contingent of students following Troy up the street.
Victory Blue Jays bouncing around somewhere.
It's amazing to me the number of people who don't get that Victor E. Blue Jay, but it works for the folks who understand it. Got an American Exteriors, good Spring Road business here, coming by in a impressive truck, making impressive noise. St. Patrick's Day, of course, the parade, 21 years old today, so it started back in 1997. Going to ask Mayor Morley, who's the Grand Marshal, who we assume will be coming up here pretty quick. I'm going to ask him what he was doing in 1997, just out of curiosity.
And you mentioned Great American Exteriors, Doug Kuster,
right,
who used to own the business before he passed. Frank Catalano Sr., Doug Kuster, and Charity Algram helped get that parade started right here on this street.
And now, it's hard to know exactly how you come up with these things, but we are consistently told it's the second largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the state. And to Chicago, which would make logical sense. One of the reasons we have it, of course, on the weekend that we do have it, is so that many of the acts and bands and dancers and what have you that would otherwise not be able to come if we had it on the same day as Chicago. So we have ours earlier, and as I said in the opening, that allows us to have like 3 weekends of St. Patrick's Day in Elmhurst.
We just had Olympia Chiropractic and Jevitz Chiropractic go by, active in our community. And we got another visitor coming by. It's the first-year president of Elmhurst College, my alma mater, and his wife, the Doctors Van Aken.
Got to mention Representative Patty Bellock real quick first, though. Thank you, Patty. She's giving us pens. You're bombarded with candy a few minutes ago, Troy. So
yeah, well, it's been a great parade so far. The weather's turning nice and just wonderful.
Well, it's an impressive parade. We're being told that the crowds up and down Spring Road are 8, 10, 12 deep.
Yeah, very much so. And here at the end, maybe even more than that.
This morning, you got to deliver your first President's Breakfast Address, 47th in the college history, though.
Yes, right. Great turnout at the college. I think it's our way to kind of kick off this day of celebration of Elmhurst as a community. Elmhurst College, as we're heading into our sesquicentennial in just 4 years.
There's the Superior Ambulance going by. I think they're doing their cardio. Well, it's a 21-year tradition now, and it's sort of builds on its own momentum every year.
Right.
So.
One of the things that's really I like about it is that a number of our college students work the event. A number of them come and walk in the parade with our entry, and it's just a way for them to sort of model the types of things they'll be doing later on in their life when they're leaders in their families, communities, churches, and other ways. And so it's just another example of how the Elmhurst communities really helps us provide a superior educational experience.
Yeah, there are members of the football team all over the place working as staff support, making sure the crowd control, all those kinds of things. So we appreciate that. Welcome again to the city of Elmhurst and Elmhurst College. As an alum, glad to have you on board.
Yep. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for letting us come and spend a little time with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Take care, Troy.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Hi, Ned.
We had Southpaw from the Chicago White Sox coming by.
Yeah, we needed to balance your opening.
Well, we've had a Dalmatian.
There's Dan Cronin.
We've had the Southpaw. We have all that kind of stuff.
I remember when this parade started, people said, well, gee, I don't know if it'll be a success or not. And look at this.
Chairman of the county board, the Page County Board, Elmhurst resident. longtime representative of the area.
God bless. We love Comcast too.
We do have a backup right now.
Well, you almost want to, when the slowdown in all parades are the elected officials. So we put them at the beginning of the parade.
Speaking of whom, we're going to get Dan Cronin, DuPage County Board Chair, to join us.
I didn't even see the chairman sit down next to me. Dan, good to see you.
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. I remember when this parade started and people speculated, well, gee, I don't know, is it going to be a success or not? Do you think people will come out? And holy cow, look at it today. It's a great success, and thank you for everything you do with the Chamber, with the Community Bank of Elmhurst, and all the sponsors. It really is a spectacular event for the community. Everybody comes together. It's springtime. The sun is shining. Everybody's happy, right?
In your hometown, and you wander.
And I can walk home from here.
That's right.
It's just a sunny Irish day in Elmhurst.
Oh, yes, yeah, laddies, and a lot of lasses and laddies having a good time
That's exactly
today.
right.
Well, anyway, thanks for all the good work you guys do, and thank you for the opportunity to represent you at the county. It's we're doing good things. We're trying. It's difficult in this climate, but we've reduced the size, scope, and cost of local government. We've reduced headcount. We've cut our budget. We've cut taxes. But it's hard. It's not. It doesn't come without a lot of sweat and toil and consternation.
We asked the governor what we could do to help him. He didn't give us a lot of specifics, but
probably could tell you off the record.
You guys have been at the forefront of getting larger government down. Illinois's got more governmental taxing bodies than
outrageous.
anyone in the state, and DuPage is now a sample for counties throughout Illinois as to how to whittle down those governmental agencies.
Thank you, John. We've been the model. I ran out to Winnebago County last week, shared our model with the folks in Rockford and Winnebago. So in any event, I'm lucky to be there. We're doing our best. We're trying hard, and I'm thrilled and honored to represent the community and march in today's parade with my fellow Irishmen, because everybody's Irish today, right?
Absolutely.
Terrific.
Thank you, guys.
Right. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan. You bet. Don't forget your hat.
And then we have Edward Elmhurst
Healthcare, yeah.
Healthy Driven.
In their classic orange outfits, as they went by earlier.
And now what's becoming a long-time relationship with the race car driver Danica Patrick.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very catchy.
I don't think
very
Danica's
catchy
here,
commercials.
I think Danica's here today, though.
I don't think so.
She probably would stop by if she was here.
We got to get them to include that in her renewal contract.
That she has to come,
by
to the parade.
The parade.
You'll work on that, John.
I got that covered.
Yeah. There's a rather interesting looking turkey there. In front of the Happy St. Patrick's Day Dan Gibbons Turkey Trot, an event that we were also privileged to do together.
Yeah.
Back on Thanksgiving morning, also on Elmhurst, our kind of town. Turkey Trot, a long-standing tradition. How many millions have they raised now? It's like 3.5?
I think they're close to 3 million or over it now, over the time of the parade, their race.
Providing support for people inside of DuPage County, and just an outstanding
there it is,
effort.
3.9 million.
Sure enough, look at that. It's not 3, it's almost 4. By the end of the parade, it'll probably be 4.
Yeah. And I'm always amazed at the not just the amount of people who come out, either to walk, run, trot, whatever it may be, but then the outfits they wear. Some of the people, outfits they wear.
Oh, yeah.
Families will come out all dressed in one kind of thing. We've had
some of them don't wear much at all.
That's true too. We've had some Star Wars themed people.
There's Dan right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Star Wars drink. We've got is it the York swimmers?
Yep.
that don't have a lot on.
The York swimmers are basically wearing swimming gear when they do it.
Right. Yeah. Some Thanksgiving mornings that's been a little nippy.
And then we have the Annie Laguerre group that started our EpiPen program here in the state of Illinois.
Correct.
State Senator Chris Nybo was a big supporter of that program as well.
tremendous change in the right direction with that movement.
I've known the Laguerre family my whole life. And an example, Ken, of a family that turns a personal family tragedy into a great benefit for many people across our state.
Well, it winds up, if you think about it, an awful lot of really, really good things come about, unfortunately, from personal tragedy, and then people decide to make a difference. And it is in fact people that cause changes to be made. And I mean, this parade, similarly to the Memorial Day parade, although this one has grown so dramatically, there's so many people that march in this parade. I mean, it's kind of like, it's almost like, where are the people coming from to watch it, since there's so many people marching in it? So, there's Schiller Real Estate.
The Schiller team.
That's right.
I wonder if that's one of the little houses that people are now moving into.
Could be.
Where they
doesn't look like a teardown.
Where they, we like to call those build-ups, Ken.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, here we go, Ken. Let's smile for our photographer.
Yeah.
I always steal that photo off the Spring Road website. You can go online, and you can also go to the Elmhurst St. Patrick's Day, ElmhurstStPatsParade.com website. Tons of photos will be uploaded there.
If the Grand Marshal, if he went by, we sure didn't see him.
Actually, I didn't see the mayor come by, but he is supposed to double back and take care of us.
Well, we'll see, because I sure didn't see him. He must have went by when we were talking to the governor. It's the only thing I can figure. We've got our first musical unit, John.
Shannon Rover Pipe Band, sponsored by Schaumburger Brothers.
Hathaway, another prominent real estate organization here in Elmhurst. Just walked by one of their locations.
And then we have somebody out in the middle of the audience with a selfie stick.
Yeah.
They're doing their own stuff. Bob Mills supporting the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And his real estate business.
Yeah, well, that's okay, too. As we continue to move with the parade, I want to make sure that we talk a little bit. Sponsors, parades like this don't happen accidentally. They need sponsors to help fund the acts that need to be funded, and just to do the things that need to be done that volunteers can't do. The top Emerald sponsors are the City of Elmhurst, O'Connor Garage Door Solutions, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Larry Roche Family Auto Group, International Contractors. Premium sponsors, Spring Road Business Association, Edward Elmhurst Health, Schaumburger Brothers Incorporated, Riley's Gathering Place, Silverado Grill Spring Inn, Community Bank of Elmhurst.
Thank you, John.
Suburban Bank and Trust, and Lakeshore Beverage.
John Vale, the York Township.
Just delivered a whole package of candy here. We're on our way to being diabetics, John. Gold sponsors, Casco Communications, the Annie Laguerre Foundation, Euclid Beverage, H.B. Jones, the Chamberlain Group, Elmhurst College, James Mendick and the DuPage County Sheriff, Superior Ambulance. Silver sponsors, Algram Funeral Home, Chicago Records Management Incorporated, Alpine Creek Dental, DuPage County Chairman Dan Cronin, L.W. Reedy Real Estate, Mama Maria's Pizza, Dan Gibbons Turkey Trot Foundation, Elm Sales Incorporated, Pozzi de Pizza, Val Maddock, Mulhern School of Irish Dance, Roberto's Ristorante and Pizzeria, State Representative Patty Belloc, Leza, Whole Foods Market, Fitz's Pub, Fitz's Irish Bulldog, Fitz's Spare Keys Bowling Alley, the Club Shot and Beer, and the Little Kickers, the sponsors of the parade, John.
And York Township just had their own trolley go by.
Well, as you said earlier, as the York Township Senior Transportation, the trolley program was outstandingly successful this past summer and early fall. And they have it out here today for the St. Patrick's Day festivities, and then it'll be showing up again in June.
And the trolley will also be making appearances at about a half dozen to 10 special events throughout the year that aren't part of the normal Friday-Saturday run.
Here's the Elmhurst Independent.
Pete Kruger in the group. Promoted as your hometown newspaper. Back in the day, Ken, I worked for Pete's dad, Mel Kruger, at Press Publications Newspapers in downtown Elmhurst. Sports editor of the Elmhurst Press from 79 to 85. Technically 84.
There's D. Longfellow and the Red Beetle right there on camera.
And they're taking photos of us out of the camera. Or at least they're taking photos of our cameraman taking photos of them.
Yeah. Sort of like the 7 stages of separation.
I'd like to know where Pete Kruger's at.
Yeah,
because I understand Pete's celebrating a special birthday.
Well, if he isn't celebrating it right here.
I believe Pete's hitting the big 6-0, Ken.
Oh.
He's joining our club.
It's just a number. It's just a number, John. Just a number. Big number, but just a number.
You know, the only thing worse than hitting 60 is not hitting 60.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Suburban Bank and Trust.
Wow, those are some hairdos.
Yeah.
And right behind this this banner contingent from Suburban Bank and Trust, Ken, is a smoking hot car.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think that's a 56 Chevy. I'm pretty sure.
Look at that baby.
54, 55, 56.
You don't even need the chrome bumper. That's for tailgate. Apparently you can tailgate, but you don't need bumpers to do it.
Apparently not. That is a nifty car, no question about it.
Big slicks on the back. That'll burn some rubber. And it looks like they've taken off some of the smoke pipes for this thing. Beautiful car. And then, of course, all kinds of customers.
Yes.
Of tailgate.
2-legged and 4-legged varieties of customer.
They're all out there, all walking together and behaving.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice job.
This will be have to be our micro version of a pet parade.
Yeah. Good to have them out. Good to have them out.
And while the city has its own mobile command center,
Right down the street, impressive vehicle. It's an impressive vehicle for a different reason.
yeah, you've got Armand's, Hamburger Jones, and Salseria. That, I just wish they would have been handing out food to us at this point.
Yeah, they probably figure we have enough candy.
Tony Gambino, principal in all those businesses, and also behind the rebuilding right in the heart of downtown at York and Schiller of what used to be Plass Appliance and now is being known as the York Building.
The York Building, yes. Right adjacent to the Schiller Walkway, which hopefully at some point in time will be completely remodeled to go along with the new buildings downtown. And the Chicago Highlanders pipe and drum.
And a large raccoon just walked by us, Ken, so I'm thinking the Park District's coming up.
Yeah. Not sure whether they're supporting or chasing the raccoon out. But this is the Park District contingent. Staff, some board members sprinkled in.
There was a terrific video that went viral recently. There were some kayakers, and a raccoon came into the water by them, and one of the guys said to the woman, "He wants your knapsack." And so she started to paddle away, and the raccoon ran up, grabbed the knapsack. She grabbed it back. They had a tug of war on it for a while, and that one went viral.
Here's the Impact Dance Company, dancing on cue, which is how they make their impact.
It's impactful.
Yeah.
All part of the Elmhurst Park District's dance classes. They have various dance troupes. Not only do they do classes, but they go out and compete.
Elmhurst JCs coming into the camera now. They, of course, are the sponsor of their Distinguished Service Award, which this year on April 25th will be presented to a good friend of ours, Bill Shanklin, for his volunteer work on any number of civic commissions and organizations, from the American Legion through the Economic Development Commission, Veterans Commission, the Library Board, active Rotarian. It'll be a great evening for Bill, and well deserved.
And no parade is complete without Medina Shriner entries, and this is our first one.
This is the first one. This is probably the oldest and most traditional, the straight-up motorcycles.
They make that look easy, and it's not.
And it's not. It's not. Driving slow, keeping your balance, and not running into the next guy. It's not.
And revving to the time.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Again, a little bit of a gap, and I want to go back to the fact that somewhere along the line we missed the Grand Marshal, who Elmhurst Mayor Steve Morley, and he may still circle back and visit with us. Hopefully he will. But certainly want to recognize the mayor and acknowledge the fact that municipal elections coming up in April, and to his great credit, and I'm sure he's very proud of the fact that he's running unopposed for a second term. So we congratulate Steve on being the Grand Marshal and on his likely re-election.
The Chamber of Commerce has had a great relationship with the city and certainly with this mayor. But we've had good relationships with all the mayors since I've been involved. Starting back in '91, Mayor Marcucci was the mayor. And we've had it with Mayor Levin, Mayor DeCiani, Mayor Morley. All really good working relationships. But all four of those mayors have understood the importance of economic development and economic redevelopment, and the Chamber in many instances has supported efforts that have allowed the city to expand its property tax base, its sales tax base, all of which makes Elmhurst, according to Crane's magazine, the number 2 place in Chicagoland to have a home.
That's right. Here's the Elmhurst Children's Assistance Foundation bus, van, I guess trolley, as I look at it. I'm going to stay with the Grand Marshal thing just for a bit, John, and the list of Grand Marshals is impressive, to say the least, and we've got another fire truck contingent coming into play.
Sponsored by Spring Inn.
Long-standing watering hole here on Spring Road, but some of the names of the Grand Marshals: Jim Ryan, Joe Newton, Dan Gibbons, the late Henry Hyde, former Mayor Tom Marcucci, City Manager Borchert, Ruth Morris back in 1997, Dan Cronin, Peter Roscom, former Senator Kirk Dillard, the governor himself back in 2015. That's a pretty impressive list of Grand Marshals.
Kiwanis Club of Elmhurst just walked by, and now we're going to get a school board candidate for District 205, Kara Caforio. Her dad's been a longtime member of the chamber. And he's actually marching. There he is, right there. He just got on camera as I said that. Nice timing, guys. Way to make me look good. And she's been active in District 205's Vision 2020 planning. And our friends at the Elmhurst YMCA. Let's all go to the YMCA. YMCA. Oh, thank you. They cut to me doing the hands.
Why not?
That's some good production there.
Gotta have fun.
Frankly, I think they should be playing the music from the van. I'll make that suggestion. L.W. Reedy Real Estate, downtown Elmhurst. Leo and the group.
Brought their train with them. And a whole lot of passengers. They get to see the parade entirely different.
Choo-choo, Charlie was an engineer. Pulling out all the old ones.
There's just no end to the...
No. Now, Ken, earlier we saw the city's older fire truck.
Yeah. These are These probably aren't nearly as old, but they're every bit as small. And there's another one of those gigantic Dalmatians. You know, seeing those kids go by in the mini train and the great camera work there to get so many of those little smiling faces, they'll be able to see themselves on television at home when they watch this.
Yes, they will.
On Elmhurst, our kind of town, and this will air starting the 15th of March on Sundays at 1 p.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on Channel 6 on Comcast and Channel 99 on Uverse.
It'll also be available afterwards on elmhursttv.org, and you can link to it also from the Chamber's website, elmhurstchamber.org. Oh, sorry, .com for Elmhurst TV.
We're with the Spring Road St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Elmhurst.
You mentioned one of our sponsors before, Pazzi da Pizza. I'm a big fan of the vodka sauce on the pasta.
They do a great job over there in the Fifth Third Bank building, one of the iconic structures in downtown Elmhurst. That south side of the tracks, downtown city center, becoming quite the collection of interesting restaurants.
It certainly is. The new Cottage Hill opening up.
I was there last night.
Oh, how'd you like it?
It was very, very good. Actually, I was a repeat customer. I've been there before. It was very good.
And then in the downtown, Red Arrow Tap's open.
Yep.
Elmhurst Brewing Company's coming.
Beerheads
is coming.
Going to come. The corner there, across from L.W. Reedy. You mentioned the York building, which is going up as we speak. Elmhurst 255, the new apartment complex, will be getting its restaurants not too many months down the road. They have, I believe, 2 restaurants going into that facility, along with the rental units. Here is another trolley, but this is one from John Nolden.
At guaranteed rate.
Guaranteed rate.
Moved right by the old Chambers offices on Adelaide.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to John, actually. He's with Guaranteed Rate, which is the home field of the White Sox with a W flag outside his building. I'm trying to understand how all that works. Here's the Community Bank of Elmhurst. I know something about them, but the important thing in this case is they're the sponsor of the York Dukes Marching Band. As we see them, they're not playing, but hopefully they will shortly.
Well, they just shimmied for us.
They did. That's true. I think they were just cold. But.
I love this song. It's a 15-minute drum solo. It's Inagata Davida.
Dun, dun, dun.
Da, 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 da. And the students afterwards promoting the production of West Side Story, which is actually running on TV right now. When you're a jet all the way from your first cigarette to your last dying day. I was action. Yeah, Ken's not even going to comment.
I'm pretty much speechless by that whole thing.
And the Elmhurst District 205 Foundation, a way to raise additional funding to assist programs and teachers.
Yeah, they're going to have a pizza contest, John. And in this town, that'll be a pretty interesting thing.
There's a lot of good pizza in this town.
There is indeed.
I was going to open up a pizza place and call it Zsa Zsa Gabor. Pizza? No? Hey, that's what happens when we have a gap.
Yeah, don't quit your day job.
You got to try. Oh, I just do the chamber in between these TV gigs.
Yeah.
This is where
It pays about as well.
this is where I make my big money. Yeah.
Actually, I have to say it's warmed up a little bit. Actually, I think
We have members of the sheriff department, including the sheriff the gentleman who's going to be running for sheriff, and has the blessing of the outgoing sheriff. Uh-oh, something sprung a leak.
Yeah.
Their Hemi-powered police car apparently has sprung a leak somewhere.
Not exactly sure what happened, but it's pretty much all the way up the street here.
Elmhurst Fire Department covering. I'm guessing it's gasoline. I can't get a smell on it,
Yeah, I can't either.
but I'm assuming it's gas, and they just don't want to take any chances, so they got it covered. Elmhurst Police and Fire right on it.
Yep.
10 regular performers at parades and events in Elmhurst now.
Antioch Brass Quintet. Yeah, I can't remember a parade. Can't remember a parade that they weren't in. And we're in hockey season big time. Blackhawks playing phenomenally well right now. This is the Blues hockey.
I'm glad it's a thriving program, but as a longtime Hawks fan, it's really hard to be cheering for a team called the Blues.
I think of it in musical terms.
And they are handing out pucks.
Oh, sure enough. And they are playing to the camera, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Cameraman got a couple of pucks.
And right behind the Blues, I'm proud to say, another of my alma
I was going to
maters.
say, the whole parade is your alma mater.
That's true.
I see Catholic Prep.
And of course, Ken, who's got a state championship football team?
Your alma mater, I bet.
They do.
They do, and here they are. And there's the trophy to prove it. They just won a regional basketball title, too,
Yes,
here
they
just
did.
the other day. So
That football team was devastatingly good.
they were really, really something to watch.
They started the year by beating the defending state champ in the class above them by a wide margin, and they just smoked everybody all year long, including the championship game again.
That's right. They never looked back. It was just a phenomenal team. That's a great complex they've got over there now, too.
Yeah. I was among those who made a 5-year pledge to help get that complex built.
Plunkett Field. Positive, encouraging Clove.
94.3 FM. Captain America made it out today.
Yeah. Run for Kids, Easter Seals. starting to come into the 5K walks, runs, jogs, crawls season, as spring is close at hand.
Regardless of what Punxsutawney Phil might have told everybody.
Yeah, well, if he sees his shadow, you get 6 weeks of winter. If he doesn't see his shadow, you get 6 weeks of winter. So.
And you might get 6 weeks of winter in the middle of summer.
Well,
just like you get
but
6
in
weeks.
the middle of summer, a few days of winter wouldn't even feel that bad sometimes. But Lord John Montessori School, right here on Spring Road in Elmhurst. So as you look at this crowd shot, our primary cameras are right here at the Prairie Path, and we are joined now by the Grand Marshal of this year's parade, Mayor Steve Morley of Elmhurst. Welcome, sir. We missed you when you went by the first time altogether.
I think I told the governor he took my slot.
I told John, I said, did the mayor go by? Because we never saw him.
Nobody noticed?
Well, no, I'm sure they all noticed. We noticed that we didn't find you, but we had heard you were coming back, so we're glad you're here.
You know what? The governor absolutely loves this parade, and actually all of his people, they told me while we're walking, they kind of fight who gets to go with him to this parade. And I always get getting a little bit of trouble because it takes me so long to walk the route. And I had just caught the governor for the first time here, and I saw him sit down. I'm like, well, there goes my slot, so I'll have to come back.
You have to come back.
And we had candy for the first time this year. Alderman Healy had the brilliant idea that we should have candy. Slows you down even more.
Well, Alderman Sabatino was raining these on us.
Yes. That sounds like Sabatino.
Lobbing them while the governor's sitting here.
Oh, even better.
Oh, yeah, that was terrific. I don't think any hit the governor, but I can't be sure.
Well, I'm sorry I missed you the first time.
Well, we're delighted you're here. But congratulations.
Turned out to be a great day.
So, when this parade started in 1997, what were you doing?
1997. Oh, no, that's, I got married in 96, so I lived in Elmhurst.
Well, there you go.
I was actually here. I'm sure I was here.
I'm sure you were.
And
no doubt.
All the credit for this parade goes to
us.
There you go.
Whenever there's a gap, jump in it.
It goes to Doug Kuster and Charity Pagoni, Algram, and
Frank Catalano Sr.
And what's his name?
Marcucci.
There you go, that guy.
Marcucci.
Mayor for 16 years, I hear.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's a rumor.
I heard that from him, too.
So how's it going so far?
It's been good.
No.
The good thing is the Chiefs hockey team has been going for like 2 blocks now, so we can talk to you.
I had to try to get by him on the golf cart. They give me my own golf cart. So I had to kind of navigate them before I could get here.
We are told,
But you get your own golf cart as Grand Marshal, not as mayor, right?
However they give it for me, I qualify.
10, 12 deep all along the parade route is what we're being told.
What? This is probably the most populated parade I've been to. The weather could be maybe 10 degrees nicer, but it's not raining, it's not cold, and yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And I think we already got the governor lined up for next year.
Yeah.
We just had Tommy Hawk from the Blackhawks go by, and then we got the Eagles footballers. They love to play for the camera. Mayor, we've been touting all the great economic development going on in town, and how things are so much better here than even in the best cities in DuPage.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, I have an opportunity to meet with a lot of DuPage mayors and managers, a member of a couple of associations, and we're doing the most by far. We have twice as many new homes as any other municipality in DuPage County. We have almost $200 million in development going on in Elmhurst between commercial development and new home development. And, that's one of the things that I always talk about is I would rather, we have the opportunity to raise taxes on our residents, or we have the opportunity to broaden our tax base. And when you have people willing to come into town and invest $200 million into your town, that's going to broaden the tax base and actually reduce taxes on everybody. And we're just so fortunate that people want to come here and do that. And we've lowered property tax for 3 years in a row. And it's just my pleasure to be part of it.
Well, congratulations on being the Grand Marshal, and congratulations on being unopposed for your next mayoral race.
Believe me, that's a gift to my family. If you've ever been through a campaign, I tell people I either made it look so miserable that nobody wanted to run, or I'm doing a pretty good job and no one decided to throw their hat in the ring. So you pick. You pick which one.
I'll go with B.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
As well. Absolutely.
Terrific. We just had
next year you could ride one of these, man.
Yeah, if I could get one, believe me.
I think this is my favorite Medina thing, I think.
Oh, look, Todd Benson. Grabbing a ride.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who should be a Shriner, it's Todd.
It's Todd Benson.
Whole Foods went by, and then we get these Shriner floats. We talked about all the economic development and things like that. But ultimately, this is a community in which people just want to get involved and be active and support things that go on. And that's just an amazing story.
We're very fortunate. You know, there's 16 or 17 boards and commissions in town, over 150 volunteers just on stuff that Elmhurst runs. That doesn't even count any of the charities or any of those boards that go on in town. And we really are a town that gives. If there's any issues, it's just it's a pleasure to be part of this community. And the Elmhurst people really know how to give. That's the best way I can put it. I think that's why we're a desirable place to live. Our home values are up. New builds are up. So, again, we're just very fortunate.
I got a chance to mention a couple great things in Cranes about us.
Yeah.
You want to jump on those?
Yeah, well, Cranes rated us the number 2 suburb to where to reside in the Chicagoland area. And I actually had an opportunity to go to Elmhurst College breakfast this morning, the President's breakfast.
Right.
And
President was here.
He was here earlier. Did you get him on camera?
Did
you get the mic him up?
Yeah.
Great. He's a terrific guy. That's just another great thing about the city of Elmhurst. I mentioned that, every year we're on a couple of top 10 lists, whether it's top 10 in DuPage County or Illinois or what have you. And they always throw in at the very end, and they have a nice college. And I always feel like that's such an undersell about what Elmhurst College does. But the reverse happens. Elmhurst College is on a lot of best of lists. And at the very end, they always say, they're in a really nice city. So
there might be some relationship.
Some overlap there. So Dr. Van Eyck and I have to equally spread the word. And we're so fortunate they're a part of this community. So.
And then I'll set you up for this one. A lot of great work got done before the winter season came in terms of stormwater mitigation.
Yeah, we had when I got elected, we didn't have any stormwater. We had done a lot of planning, but we hadn't done any stormwater projects. And we actually have 9 stormwater projects just in the last 3.5 years. 9 stormwater projects, close to 90 acre-feet of water is being mitigated in the city of Illinois. In the city of Elmhurst. An acre-foot is 325,000 gallons, 1 acre-foot. And we've mitigated over 80 acre-feet. There's still some work to do, but I think we're showing the residents of Elmhurst that we think it's an important issue, and we're doing the best we can.
And we have like 80 acre-feet right here doing some dancing from the Trinity Academy of Irish Dance.
It's about a half a block of dancers.
And my heart goes out to all of the Irish dance parents. I had a daughter who danced for 10 years. The biggest fallacy is you'll be able to sell that dress for even more money.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, not to mention the hairdos.
Yeah, how many of those little wigs did you end up?
You know what's interesting? We probably went through 6 or 8 of them. I'll say this, and my wife probably won't want me to mention it, but the last 2 dresses we bought cost more than her wedding dress.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, so they get up there, but it's really a great community, and these girls get to travel all over the world.
We've had some phenomenal.
We've had world champions. Nathan Dale,
right.
He's a young gentleman. I think he may have won Worlds a couple of years ago.
Yep.
And we got a couple of Irish dance schools in town, and they send girls every year to nationals and to Worlds.
Well, again, we want to thank you for coming out and spending some time with us.
Well, I appreciate having the opportunity. So,
absolutely.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna stop distracting you from your job.
By the way, as Grand Marshal, post-parade drinks are on you.
Absolutely. If you can find me, I'll buy you a drink. All right, John. Ken.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, we'll see you later.
Mayor Steve Morley, the Grand Marshal of this year's Spring Road St. Patrick's Day Parade. Nice conversation with the mayor.
And School of Rock plays him off.
And here you go.
We have our Little Lambs preschool.
Well said.
Oh, they got the L Lamb license plate, too.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, I'd like to tell folks where we are in the parade, but I have no idea.
I'm trying to look down the block.
I mean, there's a lot more parade. I know there is. I just don't know when it's going to get here. Well, it's a mammoth organizational task.
Yep.
You organize the Memorial Day Parade, which is a little smaller, but logistically you march a lot farther with a number of other things involved. So you know well how difficult and detail-oriented a parade like this is.
Yeah, and this parade requires many more troops on the ground to manage and get pulled off. It also costs about $40,000 to run this parade. Some of it comes from the city through a Explorer Elmhurst grant, but the bulk of it has to be raised through sponsors and donations.
And Jim O'Connor and his planning team are responsible for that. And they do a great job, and this parade, of course, has really captured the imagination of not only the city, but cities around us who join in.
Well, as you say, it could bring as many as 20,000 people
or more
into about a 10-block area.
Right.
And then they don't all go home.
No, they don't.
They go out. They go to restaurants and bars throughout Elmhurst and have a good time for the rest of the day.
I have to say, I think the mayor is thoroughly enjoying this day. He's clearly having a really good time. And this is a gigantic truck.
This is a big wrecker. Yeah. This is what they need in case one of those fire trucks go into a ditch.
Heavy recovery, it says. Yeah, I bet.
Actually, Ken, I always laugh. There's really two parades. There's the parade that goes by us, and then the parade goes by us going the other way as they all return to where they did their setup.
Yeah, because there goes the Elmhurst Eagles going back in the other direction. They went by us for like a block while we were talking to the mayor, and now they're heading back in the other direction on the sidewalk. They're going back to watch the rest of the parade.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about this parade. If you're in the front of this parade, it's a pretty short parade.
Yeah, it's not bad.
If you're in the back of this parade, it's a long parade. Here we have some more dancers having a good time here on Spring Road.
This is Evolution Dance?
Yeah, you don't get to do this down Spring Road all that often. A couple times, maybe a year.
We did a ribbon cutting with Evolution Dance just on Friday, and so I got to meet a couple of the dancers.
Oh, okay.
They were there for the ribbon cutting.
Where are they located?
They are located in the strip mall just north of 290 on North York Street, but they're on the Michigan Avenue side.
Got it. Got it. The Little Kicker's Bunny. We have champion Taekwondo coming up here at the St. Patrick's Day Parade on Spring Road, March the 4th, 2017. Snowed a little bit last night, John, but the sun came up obviously this morning, melted it all away, like bone dry around here again.
Took care of it all.
Yep. Parks champion Taekwondo. Couldn't see the whole sign there.
Got some of the kids in white, some in red, some in blue.
Yellow belts, green belts, orange belts, black belts, multicolored belts.
I'm hoping to have a few belts after the parade.
I've heard people do that. Is that very popular?
And
things are picking up now, John. We've got another dance group, the Mulhern School of Irish Dancing, and they are dancing up a storm here.
And I always say, as impressive as it is to see the kids dance on the pavement, watching them do it on a riser like this, amazing.
Yeah, like I said, another half a block of dancers. Only in Elmhurst. Block after block of dancers.
It is.
Yeah. It's like this several days a week. It's hard to get through here.
You're going to have to put up those dancer crossing signs.
That's true. That's right. James Mendrick, candidate for sheriff. Election season is upon us. Not a lot of contested races in Elmhurst this year, but they certainly are around us.
And that's a big elephant.
It is.
Should I guess that that's a political elephant?
Could be. It's not a white elephant. I know that.
Another nice vintage vehicle. And Orange Theory Fitness, one of the businesses that went into the new 700-car parking deck on Addison Avenue in downtown Elmhurst. Followed by Pints, another downtown business.
Yeah, the Fruitful Yield going to be opening in the parking deck, I believe, next week. I think they moved this over this weekend from the original location at York and 3rd into significant space, significantly larger space in the parking deck on Addison.
We just had the Elmhurst Rugby Club go by.
German church. They meet at the Diplomat West.
They had a sign saying no perfect people allowed, so I guess I'm perfect for that.
Yeah, I was going to say I would guess they'd have a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Nothing says St. Patrick's Day like loud rock music.
Hey, Elmhurst, it's good to see you guys. Mr. John Quigley, how you doing there, sir? Good to see you, my friend. We are Johnny Church here in Elmhurst, guys. Let's have some fun. Make some noise with us.
And then right on their tail, the Elmhurst Airborne kids.
And now we get a lineup of vintage automobiles, John, starting with a vintage truck, but Chevy truck.
I'm guessing that wasn't the paint job when it first came out.
Probably not.
39
Probably
Chevy.
not. Medina Car Club.
Yeah.
39. I was going to make it older than that, but close enough. And here's one that is a little older than that. A 34 Roadster. Look at that grill. I don't think that was original either.
We're back to 39.
Yeah. Medina Car Club. I wonder if these are probably all. Yeah, it looks like these are all part of the Medina Car Club group.
Oh, yeah. Now we're going to get into a little more power, hidden headlights.
Yep. Dodge Charger.
'66. That's a boat too.
Yeah, that's a long car.
That's a big long car.
Yeah. There's a Mustang. That's pretty recent vintage there. I don't know what year that is, but now here's a car. Here's a car. Cadillac.
76 Eldorado
76
convertible.
Eldorado. Classic Corvette.
You never go wrong with a vet.
No, never. Yeah, you don't go wrong with these either. Mercedes Coupe.
Mr. Benz, who started a car company way back in Germany.
72 MGB. Oh, he's got some real talent coming up here. Have you ever walked on stilts?
I have not.
I did it once. I would never do it again, and didn't do it very well that time. It's a, you can learn how to do it, but you got to know what you're doing.
You could say my skills in that area were a little stilted.
I don't know that I'd be doing this either. But I'm glad that she's doing it. Doing a nice job with it, too. Triton Troopers Circus. Local amateur circus. I say amateur not in any disparaging way. Some real talent to do those kinds of things. I'm pretty sure that this is a Goldfish Swim School. You know how I can guess?
The goldfish.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
That's just and no getting anything past you today, John.
And they're right next to Evolution Dance on Michigan
That's right.
Avenue.
Oh, sure. Okay. Okay. Euclid Beverage Company.
Longtime partners of the Chamber when we were still doing Elmfest.
You bet. Oh, yeah. Good guys. I don't remember that truck, though.
No.
Red Arrow Tap Room. You mentioned them earlier in the show, John. They opened up on 1st Street, right next to Gloria Jean's Coffee, next to Commerce Parkway. The first of its kind in the state of Illinois, where you basically get a card and serve yourself. Doing very, very well.
Yep. J-Dog Junk Removal and Hauling. Military veterans are all part of the J-Dog team. And J-Dog even has a dog with him today.
There's Fenwick High School. Glad to have them with us today. I think they're the first. I think it's the first time they've been in the parade.
I was going to say, I thought this is their debut.
I think that's true.
Although growing up, I knew Elmhurst kids who did go to Fenwick instead of Immaculate Conception.
Oh, there's a large number of Fenwick Friars from Elmhurst, but I do believe this is their first time in the parade.
And just as we have a bunch of dance studios, we also have a lot of martial arts studios.
We do.
Elmhurst Taekwondo. Boom.
All right.
They're going to do some board breaking for us.
All right, yeah.
They're going to do some board breaking for us.
Got it.
I never get bored with that.
No. It breaks me up, though. Ronald Sabonia for Elmhurst in the 6th Ward.
One of 2, I believe, of the 7 Ultramatic races that are being contested. Is it 2 or 3? 1?
I think it's only the 6th Ward. There are
3 candidates in the 6th Ward.
Correct. There are wards where the incumbent is not running, but there's only 1 candidate.
That's where the other 2 candidates.
Yeah.
There's 2 cases where incumbents aren't running and only 1 person's filling.
Right. 5th and the 7th, I believe. The Medina Highlanders, we'll listen to them.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
To the Inland Bank. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Inland Bank.
Betsy Donofrio, Lori Murray in the group.
And here are some carpetbaggers. Carpets. Can't pull the rug out on those guys, John.
Going for a magic carpet ride. Just wish they had the space to do their weaving.
Yeah.
Weaving.
Yeah.
Huh?
Right. Just a tapestry of illustration.
Oh, yes.
Tim Sheehan, candidate for the Elmhurst Park Board, and his contingent of supporters.
There is a rumor that this parade will end just before we have to start planning for next year's parade.
I think the Memorial Day parade is lined up behind it. PSRP support staff supporting our children throughout Elmhurst.
The various schools, grammar schools, middle schools, elementary schools.
CB Radio Club just went by.
10-4, big buddy.
All right. They're coming up here. This is the legendary Elmhurst Armpit Orchestra. And it's a fun group. They do a great job. This year, their hearts are a little heavy. Their queen last year, Colleen Sutherland, lost her fight with breast cancer. And this year, the drum is decorated with pink shamrocks to commemorate Colleen and also to represent contributions to Elmhurst Memorial Hospital in her memory for the infusion center. And this is always a highlight to have them in the parade. It's the world's largest drum, and someday their icon hero Bill Murray will come to this parade. Someday he will. And here we have another one.
Well, this
one's got a sign on it, so we're going to have some clue as to who these folks are this time.
Yeah, dealer plates.
Yeah, dealer plates. That's usually a clue.
I'm guessing it's Roche Volkswagen.
You think?
I think so.
I think it is too. I think the last one probably was as well. And we've got some more classic vehicles lined up behind that for a little ways. Yep, Larry Roche Volkswagen.
And Janine Roche is in the black Volkswagen.
Yes, it is. Here's a vintage orange.
It's Barracuda.
Barracuda, that's right. I was thinking that's what it had to be, and that is in fact what it is.
Got a Hemi in that one too. Oh, that thing's purring. And then you got the Roadrunner after it.
Yep. What were the designers thinking at that point in time? It was like, wow. Classic Ford pickup truck. Yep. They're pulling them all out today.
Chevy Impala SS.
Yep. And there's the ProMaster. It's
been a big seller.
Yeah, has in fact. Very big seller.
Producing nice sales tax revenue for the city.
Jim O'Connor with a little promotion of his own there. Shriners on there. This is a relatively new addition to the Shriner arsenal.
Yeah, these guys don't get to sit down.
No.
How do we segue to the next group, though?
Hard to even understand how to respond to that, but Medina Segway unit. We will.
That's apparently how we segue out of it.
Segue right into Smith for Elmhurst Park Board.
Yeah, we do want to remind everybody that voting in the consolidated election is Tuesday, April 4th. And you can do early voting at City Hall.
Here's WDCB rather. College of DuPage, the Classics station, as well as the college's regular radio station. Jazz. It reminds me that the 50th Jazz Festival over at Elmhurst College was held a couple of weeks ago. Outstanding success in their 50th year. Hard to believe that it's 50 years old, but it is. And now we've got the Naperville trolley. College of DuPage, but the Naperville trolley nonetheless.
College of DuPage celebrating 50 years. 30 years of its Performing Arts Center and 40 years for its radio station. Of course, WRSE at Elmhurst College is a lot older than that. WRSE, wired radio service. The students actually got it through a wire that went to their rooms.
Here's the Wandering Shamrocks Harmonica Band. A group that I could aspire to play with. Although I suspect that the kazoo band would probably be a stronger suit for me, though.
Well, I've always wondered why you didn't join that band.
John, I think we've come to the end.
Oh, my gosh, no.
We've come to the end of the 21st Spring Road St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade sponsored and well organized, and a great tribute to all the people who spend an entire year putting it together. And we're pleased to have brought it to you.
Happy to have brought it to you. I hope everybody had a good time. Want to thank our crew here with Elmhurst, our kind of town.
Always.
They did a terrific job. And this was a double duty for them because they have to do the college event in the morning, and then some of them have to race over here to get set up for this. So appreciate all the work they do on this event.
So for John Quigley from the Elmhurst Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I'm Ken Bartels from the Community Bank of Elmhurst. See you soon, Elmhurst.
Elmhurst College is much more than buildings, courses, and credits. It's a supportive community of individuals who are committed to helping you reach your full potential. But don't take my word for it.
I visited a lot of schools, but when I came here, it was just like, I'm home.
As soon as I walked on campus, I felt like I could dive right in and get involved.
Getting involved is easy, especially in class. The average class here has just 17 students.
Every faculty and staff here just wants me to succeed.
I can go up to them and it's not just office hours. Like, I'm here from 10:30 to 11:30. It's actually like, whenever you need help, my door's open.
There's a real connection that takes place. I'm frequently asked, what do I teach? I never say music. I teach people. Music's the vehicle.
It was great to see that rather than just teaching textbook material, they're actually giving you some industry insight.
I'm a vocalist. I'm out in the clubs performing. I'm touring in Europe and performing. So they see how their life can transition into that.
A lot of my friends from other universities, they don't get to be a part of undergraduate research, professional development at such an early stage.
They're truly there to help you and to build you and to make sure that you are amazing.
And at Elmhurst, you can be amazing all around, including on the field. Football is just one of 20 Division III sports.
We went straight to the Final Four of the nation, and that was a great way to come in and start off the season.
They're there because they're motivated to, they want to be a good team, they want to be a good player.
Wrestling wasn't my life. I was able to go out and do a lot of different activities and get involved on campus.
We are allowed to be students and we can be involved in a lot of other things.
How do you want to get involved? You'll have your choice at Elmhurst.
Our campus has over 100 clubs and organizations.
Whatever you want to do, there's something here for you to do.
Concert choir, the wind ensemble, gospel choir.
Habitat for Humanity, Global Poverty Club.
I'm an orientation student leader, SGA, Best Buddies.
Greek life at Elmhurst College is really focused on leadership and discovering who you really are.
To be part of all these different organizations and get to know all these amazing people is why I love Elmhurst.
You can also get to know the world beyond the campus. Elmhurst offers study abroad opportunities in 44 countries.
I studied abroad in Granada,
Holland, Germany,
El Salvador, Israel and Palestine, Costa Rica,
Czech Republic.
Back at home, you'll enjoy all the advantages of our great location. Downtown Elmhurst is just a short walk from campus, and the Metro train will take you to the world-class city of Chicago in just 30 minutes. When it comes to career preparation, we've got you covered. Elmhurst will connect you with the people and the experiences you need to reach your full potential.
Elmhurst allows you to grow into the knowing, and I appreciate that there's a journey that we encourage. It's not just in one program or one department, it's threaded throughout everything that we do.
Elmhurst College pushes you to truly find who you are as a person and as a professional.
They will make sure no matter what your interests are, what your career path is, that there's going to be a resource on campus that is going to help you find that potential and then reach it.